this week's Mindfulness Moment with me, Sydney. So this week our topic is thoughts and feelings and how that relates to mindfulness. But as always, before we begin, we're going to start with a quick breathing circle. All right, so for this week, our craft and our activity are both going to be part of our glitter jar. But before we begin, what I'd like to do is talk quickly about how our thoughts and feelings relate to mindfulness. So like I talked about in the last 3 weeks, a lot of mindfulness is about staying present and in the moment. So what we need to be able to do then is to be able to stop some of those intrusive thoughts that might just appear out of nowhere when we're trying to be present. So, when you're in like class and you're trying to focus on your work, but you can't stop thinking about other things. As we get better at mindfulness, the easier it becomes for us to sort of get rid of those thoughts and focus on what we are doing. In regard to our feelings, mindfulness is a good tool to use when we're feeling more difficult emotions, such as like anger or stress or anxiety. It allows us to soothe and calm ourselves when we're feeling those difficult emotions before we react to whatever it is that has caused those emotions to come up. So we can use some of the techniques we've been learning in my videos, and we can use some of the techniques we've been learning in the videos that we link, but it is something we need to practice, and the more we practice it, the better at it we'll get. So this week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to make a glitter jar, which is going to help us understand how our thoughts and feelings are in relation to mindfulness, and then can also be used as a good mindfulness tool. Yeah. All right, so what we're going to need for this activity is some sort of jar. So I've got a big mason jar here, but a jar that used to have spaghetti sauce in it, or even a plastic water bottle works. It just needs to be clear. If you want to decorate the top with like stickers or paint or even the jar, you are more than welcome to. You just need to be able to see inside it. We're also going to need a hot glue gun. So if we are uncomfortable using the hot glue gun, feel free to ask someone a little bit older and a little more comfortable with it. You're going to need water. So I've got 2 things here, just so I don't have to keep getting up and getting water, but enough that you can fill up your jar. You're going to need glitter. So I just have silver glitter here, but it can be different thicknesses, different colors, whatever you want to make your glitter jar yours. If you want, you can get food coloring. And if you get food coloring, you're gonna need like a spoon or a stick or something you can use to mix the food coloring around. Yeah. So before we start, we wanna make sure we're plugging in our hot glue gun to give it time to heat up. Make sure we're staying away from the top and the front of it because it will hurt us if we touch it. So we're gonna grab, first things first, we're gonna grab our jar and we are going to take half of the water we're gonna use, or just fill it halfway up and put it in our jar. Then if you're doing food coloring, now's the time to put in some food coloring. So I'm gonna do blue because I like blue. And then you're just gonna drop a few drops in there. You don't wanna make it too dark, but whatever you want. You still wanna be able to see the glitter that we're gonna put in. And then you mix it around. And then you're gonna take some of your glitter and you're gonna dump some of your glitter in. And then you're gonna take the rest of your water, I'm just gonna top it off. There you go. If you don't think there's enough glitter, you are more than welcome to add a little more. So I might add just like a tad bit more. But again, it's your glitter jar, so however you wanna make it work is totally cool. So I'm going to take a second and just wait for my hot glue gun to finish heating up, and then we'll finish with the lid. Super quick, super easy. All right, so once your hot glue gun is done heating up, you're just going to take your lid and you're going to put it around the outside of your lid. If you're using like a water bottle, white glue will work. You just might need to wait a little bit longer for it to dry. You just want to make sure that the lid is sealed so that when we shake it around, water and glitter isn't going to go everywhere. So I'm going to hot glue my lid shut. So with the lid glued on and our jar potentially decorated, we're done our craft and we can move on to our activity. So in this activity, our jar represents our mind and the glitter at the bottom represents our thoughts and our feelings. So, when we wake up in the morning, we can see pretty clearly, we're very relaxed. But we go downstairs and our favorite cereal isn't in the cupboard. So, that makes us a little rattled and a little angry. And our thoughts and feelings start to go all over the place. And then we're trying to get ready for school and our sibling's taking too long in the bathroom. So, that makes us a little more angry and then rattles us some more. And then we're late for the bus. So that makes us feel sort of stressed and that rattles us even more. And then there's a big test today at school. So we get there and we're feeling even more stressed. So that rattles us even more. So, we're a few minutes into the school day and we can't see clearly. So the best way to help us see clearly again is to just be still, is to be mindful. So using some of the techniques we've used, we can stop us from feeling so frazzled. And that's what the mindfulness jar is supposed to show us, that if we be still and we be mindful, it can help us see clearly. The mindfulness jar is also good because you can use it as sort of like the breathing circle. So you can shake it up real big and then you can take deep breaths for as long as it takes for all the glitter to settle. The glitter jar is also, it's just pretty to look at and can be something like our stress balls that is just sort of fun to play with and to look at when we're trying to be present and in the moment. So yeah, this video was a bit of a quicker one this week. Instead of a link, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recommend the app Smiling Mind. It's a meditation app that's got different sections for different age groups and different sections or modules depending on what you want. So there's like modules for sleeping and there's modules for sports activities, and it's all meditation that can help you somehow. So you can download that on your phone or an iPad, but it's totally free, and I definitely think it is a good tool to have, and you can use it whenever you want to practice being mindful, and it'll guide you through some meditation. So yeah, quick one this week. Thank you for watching. We hope you watch the next one.